Hey budget gardeners, Vita Loca here. Join me today as we sow some vinca seeds. So let's go. I live in New Hampshire. I garden in USDA Zone 5B. My average last frost date is around May 15th. Today is March 11th, and I'm a little over 9 weeks away from my average last frost date. When it comes to sowing your vinca seeds indoors, you usually want to sow them about 3 months before your average last frost date. I'm a little late in sowing them, but better late than never. When it comes to sowing seeds, you always want to base it on your average last frost date. You don't want to base it on your zone. So if you live in the same zone as me, for example, we might have different average last frost dates. If you don't know what your average last frost date is, check out the website below. Enter in your zip code and it should tell you the date. Or there's a map on there and it'll give you a better idea of your average last frost date. Another thing you can do is just do an internet search on when is my average last frost date and put in your location. Once you know your average last frost date, you can then count backwards the number of weeks you need to start different seeds. I've been growing the vinca plant for a number of years from seed. I generally use seed that I've collected myself, and I've made videos showing you how I do that. The seed are actually a pretty decent size, and they germinate sometime within 1 to 3 weeks. I usually have to pot up my seedlings a few times before planting them out in my landscape. And then I start hardening off the plants slowly as my average last frost date approaches. I really enjoy the look of this plant around a pond that I have up along my front walkway near my front porch. I also enjoy how it looks in my old arborvitae bed. It complements nicely along with the alyssum, the trillium lobelia, as well as the coleus, all plants that I also grow from seed. So let's go ahead and sow some vinca seeds together. Here are the vinca seeds that I'll be sowing this year. This first one is a light purple color. It has a white center, and I collected the seeds from a park close by to my house. And then this vinca here is a very pretty pink color, and I've grown this for a number of years. I love this one. Here I have some seed starting mix. I like to make my own seed starting mix, and I'll put a link to a video down in the description. It's basically 2 parts of peat moss, but you can use cocoa coir, to 1 part of very fine vermiculite. And then I add a small pinch of dolomite lime, which helps offset the pH of the peat moss. I also poured boiling hot water on my seed starting mix. You want to use pre-moistened seed starting mix, but also the boiling hot water helps kill any possible fungus gnat eggs that might be in here. When I squeeze my seed starting mix, notice there's no water dripping out. But when I let go, it's holding its form, and that's the right consistency that you want for your seed starting or potting mix. I like to use seed starting mix for sowing my vinca seeds because they're still on the smallish side, and I feel like the seeds will germinate a lot easier in something nice and light and fluffy like seed starting mix. I like to use restaurant takeout containers because honestly they're free to me and they make wonderful little greenhouses. In fact, this one has little vent holes in it, which is wonderful because in case it gets too hot in there. And I did make holes in the bottom of the container because you want to bottom water your seedlings. You don't ever want to water them from above because that can introduce all sorts of problems. So I'm going to go ahead and add my seed starting mix to my container. And now I'm going to press on the seed starting mix. I want to take out any air pockets that might be in there. I don't want to press too hard because I don't want to compact the seed starting mix too much. When it comes to labels, I just use whatever I have on hand. I don't even know where I got these labels from, but I like to reuse labels. I like to reuse materials, anything that I have on hand. I don't like to buy anything special if I don't need to. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark my labels. That's always a good idea to do. And for this one, we're going to call it the purple colored vinca, and it has a white center. These seeds are being sown on March 11th, and that's always a good idea. You always want to put down the date that you're sowing your seeds. I also have a spreadsheet. I'll be updating my spreadsheet. I know last year I started my vinca probably 3 weeks prior to today's date, but that's fine. And then we also have the pink vinca. We're also starting those on March 11th. And I just placed the labels in here, so the purple will go on this side, pink will go on that side. I put a divider in the middle, and I am okay with planting all my vinca seeds in one container like this because they're going to grow around the same time. I wouldn't want to plant a slow-growing plant and a fast-growing plant on the other side. It's better to keep it the same plants in the same container if you can. And since I don't have a ton of these seeds, I'm planning to sow half of them. That way, if I have an issue with germination for whatever reason, then I still have extra seeds that I can try to resow. And that's a close-up of what the seeds look like. There are a number of seeds there, and I would not say that they're tiny, but they're still on the small side. And I'm just going to sprinkle them. It doesn't need to be perfect. I like to use these restaurant takeout containers because they take up a lot less room under my lights. And I don't know about you, but it's so easy to run out of space under our grow lights. I try to maximize the space however I can, but still I find that multi-sowing or mass sowing the seeds really works out well for me. I personally like to prick out my seedlings once they have either their cotyledons, which are the first leaves that you see, or their first set of true leaves. Honestly, it's really up to you and how much time you have. Because I have a lot of plants growing right now under my lights, I just prick them out as soon as they start emerging. And then I pot them up into 6 cell packs. These seeds are a few years old, and to be honest with you, I have a number of packets of seeds. I'm not going to use my freshest seeds. I'd rather use some of these older seeds because honestly, every year that goes by, seeds lose their viability. So it's better to use your older seeds first if you can. And we're going to sow quite a few of those seeds as well. And this will be a good test because since these seeds are a few years old, it'll be interesting to see how many plants germinate. One thing I've learned about Vinca is if you can, it's a good plant to pinch back. You want to pinch it at least one time as you're growing the plant. It just makes for a nice bushier plant. Now that's not true for every single plant you start from seed, but I've had success pinching my Vinca plants at least once to get them to branch out nicely. And if I had started these even earlier, I might even have pinched them back twice before they go out in the landscape. Many of the seeds I've been starting so far need light to germinate. Well, Vinca is not in that category. Vinca seeds actually need darkness to germinate. And so for that reason, I'm going to lightly cover the seeds with seed starting mix. For seeds that need darkness to germinate, if you don't want to do this method of adding seed starting or potting mix on top of your seeds, another option would be to add some sort of a cover that doesn't allow light to come in and cover your container with that. I'm also pressing down. I want to make sure that those seeds that I just covered make good contact with the seed starting mix. And that's really important because once those seeds germinate, they want to root right in. So by pressing down, that just gets them to anchor nicely into the seed starting mix. And even though I like to sow my seeds heavily in a container like this, which means I'm going to be pricking them out and putting them into 6 cell packs, you don't need to do that. If you prefer to take the seeds, because they are a little bigger, and plant them directly individually into 6 cell packs, you can definitely do that as well. And I'm just going to use this small hand pump sprayer. I like to add a little additional water on top of the seeds just so that they really press into the seed starting mix and have a better chance of germination. I'm going to go ahead and give it a nice little spritz of water. I'm going to go ahead and add this cover. This will act as a humidity dome. You can also use plastic wrap if you like. The tray will get placed under my LED shop lights and on a seedling heat mat. The seeds need a soil temperature between 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit in order to germinate, and you should see germination in 1 to 3 weeks. My LED shop lights are about 2 to 3 inches above the tray. Thinning out and potting up will be done as soon as I have my first set of true leaves. Since the tray is placed on a seedling heat mat, the soil might dry out pretty quickly. If you notice it drying out, go ahead and spritz it with some water, at least until the seedlings emerge. And once those seedlings emerge, you want to go ahead and start bottom watering at that point. I'll be sure to make updated videos when the seedlings have germinated, when I pot them up, fertilize them, pinch them back, and then eventually get them out in my landscape. Whenever you leave comments, I always reply back to them, and they can be comments on the video you're watching or any other questions that you have. Let me know if you've ever grown Vinca from seed, and if so, which varieties, which colors. Are you growing any this year? I'd love to hear from you. And until the next video, make it a great day with gardening.